Caribbean Education Foundation's goal is to educate one child, empower a community, and transform our world by investing in a child's education. Since their conception in 2007, they have given away scholarships to students in need to allow them to have the best education possible. This year, they are partnering with Smart Technologies to introduce smart boards to schools for interactive study in the curriculum. I'm here with Nikiki Bogle, founder and CEO of CEF, Caribbean Education Foundation. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Please tell us about CEF.
Well, the Caribbean Education Foundation is an organization that is focused on helping poor children in the Caribbean to go to school. We're trying to enable them to have quality access to education. What's happening in the Caribbean is that a lot of students who are actually younger, they're about 10 and 11 years old, they can't go to school because there's no money to pay either the school fees or the computer fees or uniforms, books, even transportation. Just getting to school is a problem. And so we founded this organization to help them to be able to attend school, junior high, high school, and college.
And you're focusing on Jamaica this year. Are you focusing on other Caribbean islands as well for different years?
Yes, right now we're focusing on Jamaica. I'm from Jamaica originally, and so I know the country very well. I was educated there in the school system. We're focusing on Jamaica as the first country, but we're going to be expanding to other countries next year and years after.
There was a silent auction that offered various trips throughout the Caribbean, New York, and New Jersey.
We've got a number of items. We have spa certificates, restaurants here in New York as well as Long Island. We have a number of trips, Honduras. We've got, Antigua. We've got Barbados and Puerto Rico. So we've got trips here. And so we're just hoping to raise money for the CEF to, fund all of the initiatives, the education-centric initiatives we're doing in Jamaica.
And you're partnering with Smart Technologies to have some smart boards sent down to Jamaica as well.
Yes, we're really excited about our partnership with Smart Technology. Smart Technology is sort of the new way of the world. But what's fantastic about Smart is that they actually enable children with different sort of learning abilities. Say you're visual or you're audio. You're able to really interact with the teachers and really develop a different type of understanding of the lesson.
I'm here with Eric Bentley, Manager of Development and Endowments for Smart Technologies.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Tell us briefly about Smart Technologies and give us a preview.
Okay, so this is a smart board. A smart board is basically, it's an interactive whiteboard, and what that means is it's basically a giant computer screen. So the idea is that anything that you can do on your computer, you can do from the board itself. So for instance, this is just a background of a brick wall, and if I wanted to write over the top of it, I just pick up one of the pen tools, and I can start writing on top. In this case, obviously, I'm writing smart. If I want to, I can select that object, and I can do things like convert it to text, so I can turn it right into the written text. So if the student forms the characters properly, it'll let us know whether or not they did that. But basically, you think of it as just a giant mouse as far as the teacher is concerned.
Well, our mission right now is to help kids who are pass their exams to go to school, enable them to get into school so they're able to attend. So they have to worry about, how am I going to find bus fare to go to school when they don't even have money to eat. And so our scholarship will help them, to go to school.
And everything from transportation to books to
everything. For example, it takes about $1,500 US to educate one child for grade 7 for a year in Jamaica. So our focus is to give them a scholarship for that year. We're going to be paying the school fees, the books, the uniforms, all those things. So they don't have to worry about anything but really studying. You're going to help an entire generation of students to focus on learning, which is what they're supposed to be doing at that age at 10, 11, and 12 years old. Our vision is to expand into other Caribbean islands, but also to increase technology, because it's very important for us, who are from the Caribbean, to be on par, at a minimum on par with what's going on in technology today, what's going on in quote-unquote developed countries.
And being from Jamaica and going back home, what are some of the things that you observe or hear about from people in general about schools or the school system?
Well, what's going on in Jamaica, which is why I started this organization in the first place, is that I was going home every year. Most of my family is still in Jamaica, so I go home several times a year. And I would see all these kids on the streets each year. It seems like it was increasing to me. Maybe I was, crazy or something, but it seemed to me that kids were more and more children, younger, 10 years old, 11 years old, not going to school. You know that these kids, they're not 15 and 16 who decide, I'm not just going to go to school. And so I started asking, what's going on? This is concerning me. And family and friends started saying to me, these kids are really bright. A lot of them really are smart. They pass their exams to attend school, but their parents cannot send them there. And there's no such thing as really free public education once you hit grade 7 and you're about 11 years old. So the situation is dire, and we need to do something to help. And so I decided that I'll form a foundation and see what we can do to help kids to go to school.
And now, Nikki Bogle, that name sounds familiar. Tell us a little bit more.
I guess you're talking about the last name.
Yes, Nikiki.
Yes, Nikiki Bogle. My last name is of the Bogle ancestry. Our national hero, Paul Bogle, is my great-great-great-granduncle.
And you're continuing in the tradition of your name, your lineage.
I'm very proud of my name, the ancestry, and our lineage. And so I'm happy to carry on the torch.
Tonight, prospective donors attended to lend their support. Thank you, Nikiki. Much success to you and your organization.
Thank you for having me.
You're